Katie is looking for a second date update today, and it is our mission to get her answers, preferably a second date, if not, closure. Chance to move on. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you this morning?
Good.
Great. Thank you. Tell us about Greg. How'd you meet Greg?
So, Greg and I met on Match. We had a lot in common. So, we went out. It wasn't one of those things where you talk forever and never actually meet. So, we met for coffee, and like 5 minutes into it, he was already saying, well, what are you doing this weekend? So it was really cool. Like, we were making plans to get together again. And I don't know, he was so funny and we laughed a lot. Like, we both seemed to have a lot in common. Oh, we both went to UC. So we had like a shared background, and it was just so nice. So then we went on a more formal date. We went to Seasons 52, and it went really well. So I'm kind of baffled that I texted him afterwards and haven't heard anything back.
So you don't have a third date planned?
No, but we had talked about, like, I know I'm late to it, but I've never done pickleball, and he has. So he was like, girl, you got to do it. Let's try it. And I was like all in. And
how'd you do? Did you like it?
Well, she hasn't had a chance yet.
Wow. I thought they went. Okay.
No. Yeah, they talked about it, maybe.
Okay. That makes sense.
We just had the 2 dates, like the one for coffee, the kind of your requisite one, and then we had a really nice dinner, like nothing weird. It just felt really good. So, yeah.
Well, I like how you hooked him in the first 5 minutes of that coffee date. That's pretty good.
That is impressive.
It felt good. Yeah, I was like, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
He's already asking me what I'm doing this weekend.
Okay. So at dinner, did it feel to you, I mean, I know he's a nice guy, and you seem to have a lot in common, or at least based on his Match profile, you have a lot in common. Did you feel like there was real chemistry?
Honestly, I did. I mean, we didn't, like, we hugged. We didn't kiss, but I did tell him that I was looking for a real relationship and didn't want to take it too fast in the beginning.
Okay.
So,
in other words, he's not getting any. Yeah.
That's why you didn't call, right? No.
well, I'm wondering, is that it? Like, I wasn't prudish by any means. He didn't even really try, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did he seem like he was into being in a relationship? Because maybe that was scaring him off. Like, oh, she wants a boyfriend.
He said he did. We didn't honestly talk that much about it, but
Gotcha.
yeah, we mostly talked about our lives, things we like, and what we do, and stuff like that. So it wasn't high pressure, so to speak. It didn't feel that way. Like some dates are. Like, okay, what's your goals? What are you looking for? Like, it wasn't like a job interview, which was so refreshing.
Those are fun. Yeah. I got you. Okay, we got to take a break, Katie. When we come back, we're going to call Greg and see what he really thought of that Seasons 52 dinner, and whether or not he is interested in a third date. So we will temporarily call this third date update with Jeff and Jen next. Greg's profile on Match, she was looking at his interests and hobbies and stuff, and it seemed to her almost immediately they have a lot in common. They both went to UC, among other things. So instead of like talking back and forth, they made a date fairly quickly. They started with a coffee date. Mm-hmm. And within the first 5 minutes, she had him hooked.
That was
he
all
was
it
already
took.
asking her out.
Boom.
We got to do dinner. So they did dinner. Seasons 52, delicious and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about maybe doing pickleball at a later date, but it never materialized. And when she reached out, she got nothing but radio silence, and here we are.
Yep, and here we are, for the love of Pete.
Oh, yeah. Katie, anything else you want to add before we call him up, or is that pretty much it in a nutshell?
I think that's it.
Okay, great. Let's call him up.
Hello?
Hi, Greg.
Yes?
It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you, brother?
what's this about? I mean, am I on the radio right now?
Yes. Well, with your permission. If you say no, we'll shut it down right now, but we'd love to talk to you. We spoke to a mutual friend who had a lot of great things to say about you, and we just wanted to meet you. Is that cool?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Yes. Okay.
All good. We spoke with your friend Katie. You met her on Match a while ago. You went out for coffee and you had dinner.
Uh-huh.
And she was talking about just how impressed she was with you, what a nice guy you are. She seemed to think you two have a lot in common and was looking forward to the next time you two got together. I guess, I don't know if you've been busy or what's been going on with you, but we just wanted to check in and get your thoughts on Katie and whether or not you think there's any chance of you guys getting together on a third date in the near future.
Well, that's very nice what she said. And she's very nice. And she's definitely, attractive for sure. But she gave me such a hard sell at dinner. And I don't mean like a hard sell on her as a person, but like she sells insurance.
Oh,
You okay?
no
And,
way.
and it's like in her DNA, I guess. I mean, because no lie, she spent like a significant part of the date talking to me about the benefits of me getting more insurance, life insurance. And
Oh, wow. That's so funny.
That's awesome, actually. Free advice.
Everybody needs insurance.
well, that's what, well, believe me, I know now,
What kind of insurance was she trying to sell you?
Oh, whole life, universal life, term life, property. I mean, if I die suddenly, I have a young son. If your house burned down, it's all those usual things. Halfway through the date, all I'm thinking about, I'm not thinking about her and having a good time. I'm thinking about death and destruction and mortality
Yes.
and becoming, climate catastrophe, whatever. I'm just going like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
How am I going to die? Am I covered?
Yeah.
Well, I got to ask you, Greg, do you currently have a life insurance policy in place? And if so, how much?
I do not.
Oh,
I do not have a life insurance policy. I mean, I have good health coverage and I have definitely homeowners insurance, but I do not have. I'm a young guy. I'm healthy.
Well, Greg, but if this relationship progresses, you
Right,
want to
and
get
you
this
got-
insurance policy. She's going to need something in case anything happens to you to maintain her style of living.
That's right, because you could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
It sounds like Jeff's heard that
Oh,
before.
believe me, I know. I know. I imagine
What kind of
that.
insurance do you have, Jeff?
Yes. And am I the beneficiary on any of them?
Has he ever asked for your social security number?
Seriously.
Not me
You
either.
need to think about it.
Greg, this is a God's honest true story. My ex-wife convinced me to up my life insurance policy.
That's true.
I mean, it was a lot of money, right? God forbid, if anything happened to me, she would have been set for life. Not a month later, she gifts me for my birthday. She presents me with a certificate to go skydiving. You
Not
not.
suspicious at all.
Dude,
That
this
is-
sounds like an episode of Snapped. And then all of a sudden your parachute doesn't open
Right.
and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Right.
Well, the good news is the parachute opened. Bad news is we had a hard landing and I shattered my tailbone.
Did you have
God.
insurance for that? Does insurance
You didn't
cover the
think of
shattered
that.
toe bone?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just sit on a donut for a
Suffer in
bit.
silence. Yeah.
Didn't you walk around with a donut?
Let's sit it out.
I
Oh,
did.
yeah. That's right.
Wow. So
Okay.
did you buy any insurance?
No, me? No, I did. No, I did not.
Well, what did you say when she's
I-
going through all of this then? What were you saying to her? Were
I
you
mean,
asking
I
questions and
humored her.
encouraging her to keep talking?
No, but it's the first date, and maybe it's nerves, and she obviously works in that field, so she's talking about that. It's a comfortable thing to talk about. But no, I did not encourage it. I tried to redirect, and it just kind of felt like she was on a script, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But like I said, she's really nice, and she's, yeah.
Okay, let's bring Katie into the conversation. We have her on the other line. Katie, you still there with us?
Yes.
So I can understand Greg's point where it would start to kind of feel like, oh, she didn't want to date with me. She just wanted to pitch me.
No, it didn't. It wasn't like that at all. Like, I appreciate that maybe I talked a little bit too much, but it was about his son Aiden and the fact that he doesn't have life insurance. And what he was telling me, there's not a lot of other support for his son. So it was out of compassion and, knowing the business and wanting to make sure that he considered it fully.
Right.
I could see that would be a turnoff on the first date because I was like, what if you just died suddenly, and nobody likes to think about that. And he's young, and hopefully this is nothing that's going to happen.
But you see it happen all the time, don't you? All the time.
That's
Young
right.
and healthy, dropping dead left and right.
Oh, friend of mine just happened to my friend this afternoon.
Yes, I know it.
I know a
Stop it.
guy.
Jeez. Oh.
I'll give you credit, Katie. You're a hustler.
Being a man, you have a lower life expectancy, and there is a reality
That's
to
what I'm
it.
talking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like maybe you need to go out on another date and just see how it goes without the insurance chat. Because it does feel like the two of you have similar, energies to me, or I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? No?
Well, he won't be underinsured.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about how, set for life you both will be if something happens to the other.
Right.
Because inevitably it'll happen someday.
That's true, and nobody wants to look at this, but it's an inevitability. Like you said, everyone is going to die.
This is such a fun conversation.
We don't have to talk about that. I would love to go out with him and just play pickleball and watch some football and
Okay.
I totally would love to see you again.
I don't know, Greg. What do you think? It's your call.
I mean, yeah, okay. It did feel like a hard sell, and I wasn't comfortable. But speaking now and laughing about it, yeah, I do. I'm reconsidering my position. You like I said, you are a very nice person, and hearing you put it that way, that your real concern is just for Aiden, and that's really, that's a nice. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So you're saying yes to the
Yeah.
life insurance policy or yes to the date? I'm confused.
Or
Which?
both. Maybe both.
Maybe you could hand me off to another life insurance. agent. I
No,
could
she
deal with
needs
them.
Yeah.
she needs a commission.
Totally. And she needs to know what we're looking at here as far as future is concerned. It's going to be additional
We could
$75 a
focus
month.
on the date.
Oh, my
That sounds
goodness.
great.
I like it. They both said yes. Something's
great.
going to happen here. I feel it.
Awesome. We're going to set it up. So, Greg, you'll be hearing from Katie because she reached out to us. We'll work out the details with her. So, just when she reaches out, obviously give her the courtesy of a response and really wish you two the best of luck.
That's
Thank
very
you so
sweet. I also
much.
think it's cool that she called you guys. I think that's very funny, too.
Awesome. Love it.
Oh, I didn't want to let you go. You're special.
Aww.
Aw.
Well, I feel special now, so thank you.